Hi, welcome to TPK Roleplay. I'm Harrison. I'm going to be your DM for Fragments, a Demiplanes campaign. Just a quick note, we're not going to be going with the usual reaction table tonight. We're just still working out a custom one that fits our campaign more. So please don't do any of those tonight. If any do come in and you miss this, we will just carry them over to the next one. This is going to be a weekly campaign each Tuesday, going through the Demiplanes of Dread. It is a RP heavy, long form storytelling campaign. Sometimes, a few weeks ago, we had a 4-hour session, but it was just tavern chat. It is a long campaign. We are 7 episodes in so far. This is episode number 8. What we're going to do is we'll go around in overlay order and just say who we are, who we're playing tonight, and then someone will be volunteering to give a recap of the campaign so far in exchange for a magical item, and then we'll get started. So going around in overlay order, we'll please start with Jack.
Yes, hello, I'm Jack and I'm playing Vanessa.
Ooh.
Down to Mad.
I'm Madden. I'm now playing with myself. That was very sexual, Jack. I'm playing Hazim.
Me? Sexual? Never.
And this other person you probably won't know.
Hi, I'm a random person and I'm playing Whisper.
Excellent. So who wants to bring us up to speed for a roll on the minor magical item table?
I can try. I can't guarantee
Excellent.
results. But I'll give it the college try. So yes, 7 episodes in. We started together in a caravan, and as we were heading, I'm already fucking it up. All right, so we were heading together in a caravan as strangers, and along the way, we met some lovely people. One of whom was kidnapped, a young girl, and in exchange for something, I believe it was gold, maybe. I really should be doing this. We were tasked with finding her, and so that meant the 3 of us heading into the woods that were nearby after getting attacked by some goblins and hobgoblins. We went in search of this young girl, got attacked by some swamp bubbles, and we ended up finding her at this kind of abandoned, overgrown temple filled with more goblins. It was during this trip that we kind of explored our different abilities and powers. Hazim had proven to be a formidable fighter with a glaive. Whisper was very skittish, this kind of rabbit-like shifter character, but she also proved to be very effective in things like healing and tracking and survival. Vanessa seemed to be able to manipulate shadow, as well as to some degree luck, but we ended up finding the young girl and brought her out safely, or so we thought, until on our way back we were transported somewhere. Our clothing had been changed. The young girl who we were caring for, taking back to the caravan, had disappeared. All of our mundane items had been taken from us. We found ourselves in this strange temple filled with old amber golems and strange small chittering entities and lots of weird arcane phenomena. None of us knew where we were, and so we fought our way out of there and into a forest. And in this forest there were zombies, lots of them, and we did our best to fight through them until coming upon a bridge where we were met by a group of, I guess you could call them like a militia or soldiers or something along that line. But they had set up a line of defense on this bridge against these zombies that were hoarding about us, I guess. But in exchange for sanctuary, this group of fighters who were from a land called Falkovnia brought us into their fort, and we so we got to know each other a little bit more. Hazim has been very charismatic to some degree, but also maybe a little bit reckless sometimes. Whisper, again, very shy in her own way, and always kind of in the back of her mind, or at least to us, always seems to be wary of, and you can correct me, of Miss Luca, the Black Rabbit.
Yeah.
And Vanessa has been pretty secretive, but can, or we'll get more into that later. So in exchange for sanctuary, we were tasked with basically enlisting ourselves into their army against the undead, which would rise every first of the month, every full moon, I believe it was. Full moon, right?
New moon, yeah. Start of the month.
And so our first task, which is where we are at now, was to retrieve something that would help us, or that would help the fort as a whole against the never-ending onslaught of undead. So we were sent to this old patrol house, and there we fought off many more undead, and I'm not sure if we've ever found what we were looking for specifically, but most importantly, we did find a journal and an entry from a person named Strahd. And the Strahd character had written about being in pursuit of something, trying to find something. What that is, we don't know yet. And we are here now, having fought back against zombies and zombie wolves and things of that nature. And I guess that brings us to present.
Okay, thank you. That was for 7 episodes. That was very good. We can make a roll on the minor magic item table for you, which should output to chat when I finish rolling. Let's have a look. You will be getting a bath potion. So that will that will find its way to you. That will find its
potion.
Yeah, that will find its way to you shortly in the course of tonight's session.
Oh my god!
A couple of small things.
Does the fort even have baths?
Well, you'll find out. You'll find out what it does. I think Vanessa will be pleased with this.
I love this so much for her.
It turns you. You can polymorph into a claw-footed bathtub once a day now. Your movement becomes 0. You are false appearance. Unless you move, you are a bathtub. You learnt from the guard who came with you to this guardhouse, Ludwig Lorentzen, I think you decided his name was, that there was rumoured to be a powerful weapon that could be used against the undead in this guardhouse. You've given it
I should probably interject with a very important thing, is that this Falkovnia, this fort, apparently does not have any access to magic, and so they've taken very great interest in less myself, but more Whisper, because her magic specifically is very effective against the dead.
The group have found nobody in Falkovnia who is familiar with magic. It seems to be an entirely mundane place.
Apart from
That one dude.
that one dude who can cast Cure Wound.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but he's not at the fort, right? He's
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Well, the DM said Falkovnia. So
Who wants to give me his name? Mad is looking over at his notes.
Yeah.
I've not got them open though, so I think
Whispers.
I've got Pruitt in my head, but that's because
Peyotir.
yeah.
Merfenzi.
Morfenzi is where he is. He is said to
From.
reside with his lab / fortress.
Monsieur Senior Pietri.
Yeah.
Joey Jojo Shabdo.
So with that, let's get started. So you had cleared, to the best of your knowledge, the guardhouse. A few of you are wounded. The day is drawn to a close. In the brief time before the end of our last session and our current session, Ludwig has started a small fire. One thing I want to just check with your audio arrangement, from how you nodded a moment ago, Mad, is your sound now delayed and coming through on the streams from 10 seconds later, or are you still hearing me live?
I currently am listening to you live through Zoom.
Cool.
But
Okay.
I can switch over to stream
When
to the
needed.
stream. But
There
it's
was-
only like about a second.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just before Jack said something and it seemed like 10 seconds later, I saw you go, I thought, hold on, he's on stream. Okay, so you are in that long meeting room where you had originally found a couple of items, including the journal with an entry by this Strahd figure, who, whenever mentioned, Luca, not with Whisper's eyes, narrow in suspicion. Because this journal entry from Strahd was a very, very chipper, upbeat guy.
He was talking about getting together for a few drinks if, like, he didn't win a bet or something, and it was like, who is this chummy dude, bro, signing his name as Strahd?
Strahd
Doesn't-
von
Strahd sounds like a
Bravich.
chummy dude. I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but there's no reason to think he isn't a chummy dude, right?
I mean, yeah, Whisper has, super chummy
He's a cool
dude.
guy.
Let's meet up for drinks. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Seems interested in just science and casual drinks with friends. This Strahd person. But Luca is suspicious.
Okay, so yeah, it is. I'll unpause. We are late in the day. Evening is setting in, and you are in the guard room. Remember, Ludwig took two levels of exhaustion, going all out using Luca Locke's homebrew rules, trying to save Hazim when it looked like he was getting dragged into the room by 4 or 5 zombies, and he now sits just on the edge of a chair, leant forward, elbows on his hips, seeming definitely worse for wear. What are we all doing? Over to you.
Yeah, Vanessa takes a seat at the head of the table, where she belongs, and you said it's like dusk now, right?
It is.
Or is it like later? Okay. Well, should we set up some provisions, something to keep us safe, just in case more of those things come?
You can set up a watch if you'd like. And
Ludwig.
we're
Oh.
trying to get a long rest in, correct? Is that our goal here?
I mean, yeah. Well, like we can't.
Or are we just sitting down for a minute?
I mean, I don't know, because like we're gonna have to long rest here anyway because it's nighttime. It's almost nighttime, and we know nighttime is not the right time. So we should. I mean, I guess we should eventually plan for a long rest, but right now, I guess we could just shoot the shit.
What's Hazim doing?
Quiet contemplation. Just kind of watch the reality. He's been the most injured, and he doesn't necessarily really shook. I think he kind of came out of the battle, he's still quite confident, but there's a lot that's happened here with the statue, so he's just keeping to himself for now.
A lot happened with the statue. Oh, do you mean behind the statue?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Ludwig just sort of
Hazim.
rubs his face before looking to Vanessa, seeing what she's about to say.
Hazim, you're uncharacteristically quiet.
It is Perhaps I'm just tired. There was little guidance from me today, and so it is at times like this that it is easy to feel that fate is not watching over me, and who knows? I do not think it was my destiny to die at the hands of these creatures, but when you stray too far from your destiny, you put your life in your own hands. That is a dangerous place to have it.
You are hurt. I could heal you, but I would need to rest first. I'm tired and cannot call for any more blessings right now.
It is fine. The time it would take you to rest, to return your abilities, I imagine I will be rested as well. Do not worry about me. What of you, Ludwig? How are you?
I'm alright. I've taken worse, but I think if we bolster the doors, it seems as good a place as any to rest. The building is stone. The windows are far too small for anything to get in. Or perhaps for us to get out, that is true, but...
Well, I was going to ask, is it not maybe better then that we take our rest in the conservatory, the garden area with the skylight? Sure, it's an opening for others to get in if that were the case, but it's also an opening for us to get out if anything happens in here.
I think it is probably easier for you to get out through the skylights than the three of us. How overgrown was it with like vines and ivy? Did it look climbable?
Would
it hold us?
Not all the way to the roof. It would hold your weight going across the wall, but it doesn't reliably reach up to like the glass ceiling because there's very little purchase as the ceiling starts to go with it. I mean, you drew the map. You tell me.
No, it's really easy to get up there.
Oh, is it?
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
handholds. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a step ladder on the side,
Yeah.
like a rung.
I don't know.
I feel this room is perhaps more defensible, and the DM has even gone and added an animated fireplace asset in here to make it seem cozier.
I mean, we can make a fire in the other rooms, can't we? Maybe all of them.
Let's just set fire to the place.
Regardless of where we end up taking our rest, we should set up at first light in the morning, I feel. Try to get back mid-afternoon.
These creatures, Ludwig, when they do not respond to each other, they seem to move around each other and pay them little heed. Is it possible to use their guts to mask ourselves, to travel among them easier, or does our own live flesh still come through with that?
That's more frenzy talk. But people have tried. I've seen them tear through a pile of corpses to find the child hiding underneath. Sometimes it seems like it is scent. Sometimes it's as though I can hear and feel the beat of a living heart. It isn't like trying to hide yourself from a mountain lion by smothering yourself in scat or anything like this. It's they tell. There is an unnatural hunger they pursue.
I presume the larger the creature, the more noticeable it is. You covered the remains of the bird in piss, so I was wondering how easy it is to mask. Albeit, it was buried first. I suppose if we buried ourselves 6 feet under and then covered ourselves, it might be a different matter.
And he just seems to just get a much needed, very just dry chuckle at the rather dark joke in his messed up state.
Azim will just kind of like head back, eyes closed a little bit, just a bit of a smile on his face. Feeling, the bumps and the bruises, nothing. He's had worse. He's fine. Then what will it be? Do we hunker down here for the night, or would you feel more comfortable in the conservatory tonight?
I think here is fine then. Like you said, Ludwig, this place is more defensible. Just have to take watches, perhaps, and keep the door shut.
Is that door not there, dear?
No, that door's not there.
Literally, all I need to do is
Part of the map.
like change the wall. Unbelievable. You know how this works.
I'm
Unless
so lazy.
I know. Ooh.
Ludwig.
Sound just started suddenly coming through to me.
Oh, cool.
How peculiar.
Ludwig will close the door and just go stand near the fire for a moment, warming his hands, and sort of leans over his shoulder and says, "If we take watches, I'm happy to fit in whatever."
I think, and I look over to Whisper and Vanessa, whilst we are all tired, perhaps more prudent that myself and Ludwig try to rest first.
Yes, you do both look much more tired than we do. You should probably get some sleep.
Azim will kind of push the chair back and just puts his feet up, just kind of like nestles in. Wake me up when it's my turn. And even in this place, with everything that's going on, he just seems to find it easy to just drift off after a few minutes.
Is Ludwig sleeping by the fire, or is he still up?
He stays up for a few moments, but kind of the good thing about a room this size is you can kind of safely sleep as close or far away. He settles down at a bit of a sweet spot where he's still never warm for the fire, but perhaps isn't too covered by its glare, and he'll just sort of slump down against floor and wall. And he's awake for a few moments if you want to speak to him, but otherwise he just sort of props himself and will allow himself to slowly drift off to sleep. But
Yeah,
by all means, grab him.
While he drifts off, there's a moment where Vanessa watches him and he's sort of curled up against the wall. I assume his breathing is pretty shallow given his exhaustion and the hits that he's taken. And there's a moment where Vanessa braces herself on the arms of the chair, just looking at him, kind of having her hands dig into the wood of the arms. And then, do we have any more rations?
We have some, though you seem like you could also use rest.
No, I mean, yes, I could. I feel that I do exhaust myself a bit as far as the magic is concerned, but
I will pull out some of the rations and hand them to you. If you would like, I can stay up and you can sleep with the others.
are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you. And Vanessa will actually get up and move to the far corner by the door. And just slump down against the wall, and she'll take her rest.
Sitting very far away from everyone else.
Yes, and while she's over there, she tucks the rations into her purse, her satchel.
Okay.
I'm gonna just climb on top of the table and just kind of sit in the center of it, kind of cross-legged, and just stay awake.
Okay. What's on your mind? What goes through Whisper's mind?
Nothing really, other than just kind of going over the events of today and all the things that we came across and the stress of the fight. I will take from these vines and whatnot that are growing about. I'm going to take a few like strands of the growth and just like kind of pluck them and begin to just weave them absent-mindedly into a few braids, just keeping my hands busy.
Okay, yeah, give yourself a wake. The poison ivy burns your fingers.
God damn it.
Vanessa, as you head down and settle yourself up against the wall, and you're lowering yourself down, you hear a slight clink as you realise that beneath some of the leaves and the foliage against the wall, there is a single bottle that, despite being wrapped in foliage and in a bit of a grimy area, remains entirely clean, sparkling almost. And I have placed the bath potion we discussed earlier into your inventory, which you're able to have a
Vanessa
read of.
will look at it and see this sort of shimmer of this solution, and to take out her magnifying glass. And I think I have an identify left. Let me just double check.
I say, DM, I still don't have the potion that I picked up in the last session in my inventory.
Yes, that is correct. Just keep reminding me, and then when we find out what it is, I'll place it in your bag. Otherwise, I'm making an item that's like a thing you don't know about.
Yeah, so she's gonna try and cast identify on the bottle.
Yeah, I will give that to you with the nature of the item, but you can tell it is a bath potion. This bubbly potion is frothy and smells like lavender. When you drink this potion, any dirt and grime on your body is magically rinsed away. Further, your breath, hair and nails are suddenly cleaned, looking either polished and pristine or smelling of daisies and honey for the next 24 hours. Bubbles occasionally escape from your mouth whilst this potion is in effect.
Yeah, she'll there's a sigh of relief when she identifies it, and considering that she hasn't had a proper bath in several days, and looking at the rags of her garments that were once these incredibly finely tailor-made jackets and slacks and boots that have now just become rags, she clutches it to her chest and sighs, thinking about where she is and what, and like it's almost this moment of the gravity of the past few days actually finally hits her, and she tucks it into her satchel, and she's going to attempt to take her rest.
Okay. Whisper, who do you intend to wake up at the end of this watch?
Muted, sorry. At the end of this watch, I will probably wake up. Oh, Vanessa, probably. Having had a chance to get some sleep, wake her up for her watch, and then she can go back and the others can take their turns.
Okay. Hazim, who are you dreaming about?
Who am I dreaming about? I think as he was drifting off, being as far away from, wherever he, we don't know where we are, but he's far away from where he normally is. I think he probably fell asleep thinking about his children. And so I think that there are dreams in and out of that, but then it shifts to then a fire and smoke filling up everywhere, and the shadows of his children kind of like get lost in the smoke, and he's wandering around feeling lost, and it's the same dream that he has had so many times before.
Have you ever named his children?
Yes.
Don't feel like you did on the document. Okay.
I think that means you've just not read the
Okay.
document.
I will double check that. Oh yeah, Dick and Dom in the Alsera. I see here. Yeah, cool.
Bogies!
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Whisper, you are going to wake Vanessa. So yeah, with 4 of you, I'm taking 3 hours per watch. Are we happy with? Okay, yeah. Your 3 hours pass uneventfully.
I will just kind of crouch up and very gently, hand on your shoulder, do kind of like the firm little quick shake.
As soon as you do that, she reaches up and grabs your wrist, and just squeezes it as tightly as she can.
To wake up.
And she relaxes her hand, realizing that it's you. Sorry. Just startled me a bit. Yes, take a rest. I will stay up, make sure that things are taken care of.
I will kind of crawl under the table and curl up and go to sleep.
Okay. Vanessa, what are you doing during your watch?
Vanessa's going to go back to her seat at the head of the table, and she's actually going to go ahead and pull out all the texts that she's collected and start to transcribe them into her personal journal. So I don't know if I'd be able to get more information from the text that I took from that temple that we arrived in.
Nothing that I have an actual item for, but we can certainly talk about them. Yeah. Trying to remember how much I gave you previously about them. It was a number of paper. Go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the one sheet that you did give us said almost dates inside Ba and then embers, and you didn't say anything about them being like ruined like the journal that we found here was. So I don't know if there was any more information I could transcribe.
Yeah, I will get an item to you about that in the next couple of days. But in summary, those notes made it clear that there was a person or a place called Ulmist, which was ULMIST, that had an interest in that building and trying to discern. Make me an intelligence check. Also make it a +2 because chat awarded Vanessa a +2 to their next check or save.
Hey, what's good, chat?
We've also got advantage on the next roll for Hazim and disadvantage on the next roll for Strahd. has been bought by someone.
How does that work then? Because I am both Hazim and Strahd.
What?
I'm glad that we carried over a very signature trait of mine, which is to roll like ass.
Did you roll a 1?
I did.
Holy shit.
No, I rolled a 3, so it'd be 5 total.
Oh, okay. No matter what the network is, the shit rolls follow Vanessa. But you got some nat 20s after you're fed. Maybe it's a whole part of the feel. Yeah, you are not able to make sense of it all currently. Maybe it's how long the day has been, how tired you are, but somebody called Ulmist had an interest in that building, and though there's too many unfamiliar terms in the notes, the dates don't even make sense sometimes as well. Like this, the page, the document has been filled in like a random pages going off the date order. They're chronologically written in. All very confusing. I deliberately made that explanation even more confusing, just to tie into Vanessa's confusion.
No, makes sense.
Yeah,
I guess, and just to kind of like play off that, then I think that because she just sort of grabbed them, there's no sense of order to them, and so it's just kind of like putting them in her journal, but then not understanding the context or the order in which the pages were supposed to be.
Yeah. Anything else that she's doing for her watch?
No, she's just focusing on transcribing.
Do your eyes drift to Ludwig at all?
Oh yeah, they absolutely do. Especially seeing him still in his labored breathing, his chest kind of rising and falling in a very slow and deliberate way, and seeing that he's still kind of sweating, and seeing some of the blood that's been kind of coagulated around some of the injuries that are visible on him. But she goes back to the text and just uses that as the distraction.
Okay. At the end of your watch, who do you intend to wake up?
Wanting not wanting to let Hazim rest because she knows how injured he got. She will actually get up and crouch down and shake Ludwig up.
Okay. Before she does that, Whisper.
Yes.
It's a bit cold down so far away from the fire. I like it you've actually gone and put the sleep status on yourself. Yeah, it's very cold, and it seems to get colder and colder. And if any of you are getting no token on this scene, don't worry, I'm about to fix that for you. You find yourself, Whisper, with stone underfoot.
The end.
Do you say the end? I'm just trying to sort out token attacher so that the two of you have your vision taken along with her. That should be done. Yes, Whisper. You find yourself stone underfoot in dark, cold corridors, hewn from the earth, hard underfoot. What do you do?
I will just take a deep breath, nod, and walk forward. Can't actually see where I'm going.
Yeah, not sure why that didn't go down for you. Let me just amend your vision for a moment while we're down here.
I can't see anything if I'm supposed to now.
I'm running into walls.
Oh yeah, you somehow went through a segment of wall. Oh, I know what I've done. Give me one moment, please, viewers. In attaching the light token to you, I also attached part of the wall. So that segment of wall has been following you.
Reinhard!
Yeah, let me just...
I'm scared.
That's fine. Let me just move Whisper for a moment. I'm going to delete Whisper. I'm going to add her back onto this map. And I'm just going to...
Very strange dream.
There we go. I'm going to move the light along with you.
Okay.
So just to check, can...
No.
Okay, I'm going to temporarily just give them both observer of your token, if that's okay with you, Whisper. That is the
Absolutely.
simplest way to do this.
Go
You have
look
to
at
do
my
your hair,
sheet and
you
learn
should
all
talk
my
to-
deep secrets.
Luke is like, we're gonna give them observer, and she's like, alright, let me sort my hair out. 1 second.
Yeah, let me ready myself.
If I'm being
Okay,
watched.
How about
ready.
now for Hazim and for Vanessa?
Let me F5 now.
Yeah, it's worked for Jack. Hazim probably mid-load.
Load. Yeah, now it's working. Oh, this
Cool.
looks like a nice little modular setup. Love
Does,
it.
doesn't it? The corridors are winding. Whisper. You hear your name called by a voice like cold running water.
What direction does it come from?
Sound like it came from ahead of you. And opens out into a huge chasm with a walkway heading out over darkness.
At that most recent question, I will just respond, we go by the will of the Black Rabbit. When he calls you, you have to go.
And you see looking down off
See
either
here.
side. So a stone walkway heading out over darkness. And as you look down, you see what looks like just starlight twinkling down below. Looks just like the night sky. Only much more densely packed with starlight and vivid.
Did you not call me then? I will step forward if there's no response.
It opens up into sort of hall, a ceiling supported by roughly hewn pillars, but definitely have been hewn. They're not natural. Carved stonework has been done here.
At that most recent, I will finish the expression. But a doe offers her life for her kittens. Sometimes it is taken, sometimes it is not.
And you hear it's kind of like a smug, satisfied noise. You see the corridor comes to an end in front of you. But turning around, you may have noticed a bit of a passageway back behind you.
But there is no bargain. Here what is what must be. And I will continue up this weird corridor.
And for a moment when you enter here, you feel like you see a shadowy presence on this ledge that just retreats back into the wall the second you arrive.
Can I take in a deep breath and see what I smell?
Yeah. You smell bone, cool air, wet soil, dead grass. The rocks become a bit tight here. The rocks become quite tight. You have to squeeze through. Will you squeeze through?
Yeah. Can I tell? Yep, okay. Is there a difference in smell between these two paths?
No.
Well, that goes back that way. Okay. My vision is so limited!
For the kitten. Or some honest captain, her life for her chief.
You're stepping back up now as you go. It's dark in here. Smoky. Doesn't stifle the breath.
Sometimes it is taken. Sometimes it is not.
And it seems to be saying it in more agreement with you now that you've pre-recited my entire fucking speech.
But there is no
You quote my own lore to me, Jim.
what is what must be.
And as you step into this chamber, you see up on this ledge something that should have been there, but for some reason has gone, which I will add back on for you, which was... just a slowly swirling, formless mass of dark. You see the hints and promises of shapes inside it. A pair of red eyes that occasionally glimpse out. The water smells good and inviting next to you.
This is a cold warren, a bad place for the living, and no place at all for warm hearts and brave spirits. You are in absence to purpose, whisper. Drink of my water. What is it? Drink. And you yourself will save your people.
And the waters glimmer slightly.
Save them from what?
You find yourself surrounded by an endless sea of Eliel. One whose bite leads to a fate even worse than the white blindness. I can offer you a trick.
I've been promised by Frick
Waters. They will
that if I am cunning and full of tricks,
a trick to keep running.
that I will never be destroyed.
Aid your Owsler should they be bidden.
Hey, insight check this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any... No, you've used yours at the moment. Oh, no, you have +2. Yeah, make a +2 to your insight.
Mother.
It seems...
Do you have inspiration? Because we keep carrying it over. To
I do have inspiration.
Pop it. Remember to +2 it. $28. This seems perfectly in line with all of the tales of the Black Rabbit. This is
The
what you
one
would
thing
expect.
that concerns me, GM, is that in all of the stories of my people, deals with the Black Rabbit were sought out by the person, the individual.
Mm-hmm.
And usually his stance is what must be. There are no bargains here. So I feel very put off that I am being called here by this entity specifically for a bargain with no apparent trade. Because I know heroes of the past have done things like lost their ears or traded in other things of theirs for something.
It does seem that you have been called here, and it does seem that you are being offered something. I don't know if you heard the last sound file, because you both spoke at the same
Keep
time.
my
from each
Alpha
other.
safe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you think? But the smoke continues to drift and shape on that shelf. The waters twinkle.
I am very sorry, my lord, but since when does the Black Rabbit offer bargains?
And in the absence of me
No
having my voice module
disrespect.
set back up, the voice would reply that sometimes the bargain must be done in reverse. Sometimes what would be begged for must be given first, so that those who run can continue to find their way to a place where they can be called back by the Black Rabbit one day. The figure speaks as if you are lost. What will you do?
And nothing else from my insight shows anything.
You can tell that from the way it is shimmering, this is not just normal water.
Right.
You can see that there is a magic or an enchantment upon it, just by the way it is so bright and so glimmering. And
But despite this going against all of my myths, I don't get any sort of feeling that anything is off.
other than the fact that it goes against your myths.
Right.
Other than being anathema to everything I believe, is there anything off about this situation? But everything about the vibe you're getting here and the presence and the atmosphere seems very, very much... I mean, the Mad Cartographer's done a fantastic setup with these modular caverns. It's just like the Black Warren.
I just crouch down by the water and inspect it more.
Yeah, what are you looking for in particular?
Anything that I might notice about it?
It looks to be extremely clear, with almost a very slight iridescence that just twinkles inside it. You see there's nothing inside the water. You can see straight to the bottom. It slopes down slightly towards the back, but even, it doesn't lead anywhere. You can see the full extent of everywhere. There's not so much as a loose pebble or a bit of debris from the ceiling in there. It is just a smooth recess filled with this quite still, twinkling water.
What would you ask in return for this gift, Lord?
I would tell you to keep you and your Owsler running until you are ready to come to him.
I am going to stand up and say, I will not forget El Herrera. I will not live in the enemy's warren, paying its price, with no use for tricks and cunning. A creature intent upon survival is as strong as grass, and I will step away from the water.
It would ask if this is your final decision, and that it wishes to help you and your allies survive against this bite with the white blindness.
I say it is my final decision, and I wait until you call on me.
Leave this place now, Whisper. It is not yet your time.
And you continue to sleep away as Vanessa gently shakes Ludwig awake.
Ludwig, are you okay to take watch?
Yes. Yes, of course. How long has it been?
Only about 6 hours or so.
Yes, sir. I'll get next to the fire for a little bit.
Yes, do what you must. And Vanessa will get up and go back to her seat at the far end of the wall. The far end of the chamber.
Okay. What is this this status effect you've put on yourself, Azim? Empowered? Why are you empowered?
Feeling good.
It's
See
for-
my maps in play.
It's
Feel
for
good about
what? Okay. Yeah, after a few hours, Hazim, you feel a gentle hand on your shoulder. And Ludwig, say, Are you in a position to take over, or?
I was born in a position to take over. And I kind of stretch out of my chair. But I must say, 10 more minutes would be fantastic.
I can give you another 30 if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. And he trudges off and sits back down, and half an hour later would come back to you again. Has he? It's been an hour. Are you alright?
Yeah. Okay, no. Yeah. I feel good. I feel great. Okay, my turn?
Yes, you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah. And I get up, and I will get my glaive, and just kind of like across the shoulders, stretching on it. Okay. And yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm on watch.
Yeah, and Ludwig returns to sleep before Hazim's watch begins. Vanessa, how's your hunger? As you drift off.
I'm doing all right. I will mention though that when Vanessa woke Ludwig up, she gave him the rations that Whisper gave her.
Okay, thank you. Okay then, Hazim, what are you doing for your watch?
Well, first things first, depending on whether we're doing 5e raw rules about identifying potions, can I do that in a rest with just a little taster?
It is foul tasting to you. It is sulfurous and acidic. You can't tell what it is.
Oh, okay.
It does not seem to be a potion.
Oh.
Make me make me a medicine, nature, or history check.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll in with nature because that's my highest, so I guess that's what would come to mind.
22.
Was my advantage on my next roll, or
It was on your next roll, yes.
okay?
You exactly the same. You identify a couple of herbs or components that are particularly pungent or strong taste in your sips, and you recognise enough of them that from the thickness of the bottle and the fact that it was how it was stoppered, you're confident that this is alchemist's fire.
Ooh, okay, cool.
A single large bottle of alchemist's fire.
And with a casual haphazard, so it's kind of like a little. Is it like a traditional kind of like potion bottle kind of? With a little
It's
haphazard-
bigger. It's bigger. It's pretty much the size of like a glass decanter in terms of bottle. It's a big bottle.
And I hold it there and think about how casually I was tossing it from hand to hand.
I was like, don't throw it to anyone because I'll make them do a dex save, and if
Yeah.
you drop it, oh my god. Yeah, you were literally from one to the other on the spot.
Looks like destiny is on my side. And I will kind of like put the stopper back in. Do you say it was wax sealed?
It was, yeah, but if you're quick about it, just the heat from your hand, you can just
No, I'm
sort
gonna
of
fire
twist
it. I'm just gonna hover it near the fire and remelt the wax. And then... Oh, what? Because fire sets on fire? Is this what it is now?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is this crazy?
Make me an intelligence check.
Okay. This is where I shine, people. Wish I had that advantage now.
Nat 20.
I mean,
Nat 20. You find yourself as you're stood there staring at the flames, turning this bottle gently, sealing the lid. You find yourself thinking about several different thoughts that begin to tie together a little bit for you. The lack of success at finding something that was clearly a great weapon or tool against the undead. The awe-struck way that they talk about how the champion's dragon would burn and decimate scores of the undead. And the complete lack of magic and remotely advanced alchemy that people seem to have been prone to. And you perhaps surmise that maybe this alchemist's fire is something that is a game changer to Falcovians. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. I'll take that. I throw it. just to watch the place burn. Cool. Then I will, pocket away for a rainy day. Let's have a think on that one.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you should go to Barovia. There's fucking tons of it. You'll never use it. There's more alchemist fire than you can.
I don't know. Rahadan used it.
He did.
Rahadan used 96 bottles of it.
Spoilers. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will, I'll bag it off, and then I will kind of see everybody asleep, and I'll get out this glaive, kind of unfamiliar to it, and I'm going to do a few little kind of catters with it, kind of pass the time, and, probably do that for a bit, 10 minutes, but then I get like a bit bored, and then I'm kind of more like just cutting the heads off these mushrooms and slashing up vines, and like just kind of like prodding at the table and just like bored out of me. It's just one of those montages where I'm kind of like sat in this chair, then I'm lying on the table at this end, just like kind of kicking my feet.
I'm really thinking of. Have you seen Spider-Man Far From? No, which one is it?
Yeah,
Where it's a montage. He's like, oh, how long has it been? 38 minutes. And he's like, fuck.
That's where I'm at the moment. Yeah, just kind of like, nothing to do.
And you're doing that for the duration of your remaining watch?
Yeah, I probably spend a bit of time just idle as I'm walking around, just walk, standing over people.
We're just pissing people off. Are you RPing as your kids at 5 in the morning here?
Yeah.
Ludwig, can I go on my devices?
So yeah, I'm kind of like floating around, watching everybody, kind of up and down the table, even to the point where I'm so bored, like I'm kind of like walking up and down the table, like stepping over Whisper. He's bored, man.
Okay.
He's bored. He's kind of like willing for something to happen on this watch.
Okay. Well, nothing does, unfortunately. And eventually, morning comes. And you all receive the benefit of a long rest. Please apply it to your character sheets. Yeah. And you are now all level 3 still.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, apply a long rest to your character sheet. I'm going to mark Ludwig down a level of exhaustion.
Give him some health, yo.
Yeah. And yeah, it is morning. Shall we?
As people wake up, Hazim is in the corner just going for a wee.
Is that because you need to step away for a moment?
I need a wee.
Yeah, okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Let
me turn your microphones off. Yeah, Ludwig looks around the group. We should set off as soon as possible. As the day gets warmer and more life spreads through the forest, this is when the dead tend to begin their wandering. We should be swift. Find our way back through the trees in a cunning fashion.
Sounds like a plan. How are you feeling?
Better. A lot better than I found myself feeling yesterday. Something about that fight really took it out of me, but I still ache a little bit, and there is a stiffness in my neck, but far better than I was when I went to bed, yes. Which is, I don't know, maybe...
We confirmed that he wasn't bit, right?
You did.
Okay.
I would say it would be unlikely for a soldier here to try and conceal it. They've lived in that. They've grown up in that lifestyle. It isn't like, Brendan Gleeson got bit and now he's trying to hide it. This is someone who's lived and probably killed relatives of being bitten.
Okay.
Is there anything you want? Sorry, Vanessa, go on.
No, I was just going to say we should then. There's no time like the present. Then we should get moving, unless anyone else has anything they wanted to do here. I feel like we've searched for everything, haven't we?
A shame we didn't find.
Hazim shakes off.
A shame we never found whatever it was that August sent us for, but at least we've confirmed this place is lost to time.
Well, perhaps the person who left this journal took it or had it with them.
This is true. We should ask around back at Fort Wharton and see if anyone has heard of this Strahd.
I
Yes.
will. My token's not moving properly. What's going on?
If I
I
drag
am
you a little
done
bit,
with this place and ready to be on.
As he's saying it, I will. I kind of give a nod. Oh. Shame.
Ludwig. Indeed, as I said, a shame. We should be on our way. And yeah. Heading through the main hall, if you step out. This stream, sponsored by Gallo Wine. You would see that, yeah, the place remains empty. Nothing has changed overnight.
Okay.
And yeah, do you just depart the temple and, the guardhouse, and start heading back in the direction of Fort Wharton?
Yeah, I mean, unless anyone wants to do one like last sweep.
No, I'm very much looking ready to be done with this place. I am walking without hesitation or looking back at all.
Looks
Okay.
like Whisper is in a rush to get back. Did she seem particularly disturbed this morning?
I don't
Upon
know.
waking?
She seemed, while not a particularly chatty person, she seemed quieter than normal.
Yes, she seemed quieter than normal, has he?
Yeah, she's normally such a chat, not necessarily a chatty person, but.
And it opens back up to just the...
That door sound scared the hell out of me.
Me too, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, we step outside. The first bit of morning light is coming up. And Ludwig points you in the direction back to Fort Wharton to come. It's a full day's march ahead of us.
Oh, we made the same journey this way.
Indeed.
Would you
Make the
mind
same journey
taking the
back.
lead, Ludwig?
Ludwig. Oh, we're changing his name halfway through the campaign.
Ludwig, right?
Of
Ludwig?
course. Ludwig, yeah. Of course, of
Ludwig.
course.
With a V?
And
Lawrenson, could you please?
as we come to set off, we will take a 10-minute break.
What?
And we will be back. So yeah,
You do my break.
we will see you all in 10 minutes. See you shortly.
Oh, Vaseline left!
Perfectly timed. Perfectly timed. Welcome back to Fragments at TPK Roleplay. Just a reminder, if you're joining us, we're not using the custom reward tables, tip tables this session. We're still just finalising what they're going to be.
But don't let that stop you donating.
Yeah, sugar's all your money. Now we'll be back with one of those tables next week, but you can obviously use channel points and things like advantage, etc., etc. So we just exited the guardhouse. It is a nice, what promises to be the start of a nice morning. And let me just bring up, where are we?
Broken like the first morning.
There we go. Yeah, we are heading west through the stretch of forest land that Ludwig has told you is called the Southwood. You asked Whisper for Ludwig to take the lead. And so he does. He is... after Ludwig, what is the marching order?
Me at the back. These two in the middle.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep let him get ahead, and we're gonna keep we're gonna have secret whisper times, and not in a your name is Whisper. That's creepy times, but as in I'm gonna speak to you quietly times.
Okay, but also it's I think Vanessa's muted as well. I think Vanessa went to speak a moment ago.
No,
Okay.
fine.
Just mind. Okay. Yeah, I will have Ludwig make a survival check then, as he leads you through the South Wood,
He fucks this now.
heading west, following your path back.
I look at the others and go, I think he's got this. I think he's got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally fine.
Good, good.
You say, keep your voices down. We're traveling with the wind. Not good. Not good at all, but to head around it would add another day on, and we can't camp out in the Southwood, so our scent is carrying with us. Keep low, keep fast. And he will, take you at a bit of a stride and crouch, really.
Yeah.
Stopping you occasionally. You do a couple of times see one or two of the undead just slowly ambient through the tree lines in the distance, but they don't show any interest in you. What is everybody doing as you go about your day's march?
Yeah, and there's a moment where I get closer to Ludwig, and so what is it about this full moon that draws them out? I mean, it's clearly not one of these full moons now, and yet they're here wandering. What is it that draws them in the kind of numbers that we saw?
They wander around and we dispatch them throughout the month. But it's with the new month and the new moon, that first day, where the mists at the edge of Falkovnia thicken and a new great host marches into the realm. So the rest of the month is clean up if the battle is won. But then, in a few weeks now, a new host will come.
But I guess my question is why? What is it? Is it the presence of this new host that stirs them up? What is significant about this, other than the arrival of a new host?
It is simply the way it has always been. A new month means a new onslaught. This has always been the way. I would give to you all as well that with the dawning of a new day and you heading out, it is now the dawn of the 4th day of first moon. You have 26 days left until the next full moon, or the next new moon. I understand your question, but there is no reason for it. I was about to say, it's so hard not to lapse into things like, why do the tides come and go each day? It's like, Ludwig, how do you know about tides? But yeah, it's simply the way of the world.
Is there a way, while we're talking, for Vanessa to see if there's maybe been like a shift in his attitude since he spoke with Hazim and since he saw the statue and since we asked about Drakov's age? Like, does he look like he's processing, or is it like he's trying to be more defensive of his ideas to try and keep them?
No, I'll
intact, or-
spent enough time with him, and you were there for his conversation, so I'll give to you about a role. He said it doesn't seem defensive. He's definitely been thoughtful about those aspects, but now out here you can see that his focus is on the trail. He's sort of like answering you without looking at you, but it doesn't seem curt or dismissive. He's just clearly fixated and got his things he's tracking, and he's just answering very matter of fact as he focuses on getting you all home alive.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing that, then she'll back off and she'll take that answer for now.
I will speak low at some point when the three of us are gathered. During my watch last night, which I was very diligent on, nothing but paying attention for any enemies that were nearby, I did have a moment of clarity. The potion that I found, it is alchemist's fire. You are familiar?
Yes.
Is that to Ludwig or away from Ludwig?
Oh,
No,
away
this
from
is just
Ludwig.
the three of us.
This is the three of us.
Okay.
Come on, DM, keep up. Even the other players now. I mean, I'm saying it presuming that Vanessa does, presuming Whisper doesn't.
Yeah, Vanessa knows about alchemist fire, right? Like it's not like a super rare item. Yeah.
Azim, if you're gonna come over and act like you're like gonna be whispering to us, I'm passing, or I'm casting Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, cool. Yeah, take it off.
What's the range on that?
60
30
30 feet.
Okay. So does it actually catch thingy in it anyway?
It's on us. It's on us.
Okay. I'm presuming thingy's not that far. So okay. So we're all just while we're talking, we're just being quieter. I mean, I'm speaking quiet, but we're now like.
But now
quiet.
us talking cannot be
Ooh. Okay.
actively, like a danger to us.
Okay. I've seen you do this before, so I know you're doing it, but I'm still speaking low because it's more that I don't want Ludwig to know as well.
To be fair, I just cast it on us three.
Oh, do you get to choose how many people? Is it not from you? It's everybody within.
Yeah, I don't think it's a radius,
I
right?
choose. Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
cool.
I choose.
She chose us.
Okay, then I start shouting really loudly. Okay,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
will. Yeah, I'll still be speaking at my normal thing because I guess I don't know that it's not included him in. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I think it is alchemist's fire, and I don't know, putting two and two together in one of my moments of higher thinking. The people here, they do not know of magic, albeit alchemist's fire is not necessarily magical, but their potions seem to be somewhat limited. And they made such big deal about the fire from Salakanir that perhaps this is the weapon they were looking for. Perhaps they are looking to try and recreate alchemist's fire.
That would make sense. I mean, it's incredibly powerful in the hands of people who don't have access to the sort of things that we do. And Vanessa looks at Whisper.
Do we keep this to ourselves for now? I feel like there is going to come a point where we are going to be forced to make a bargain.
I think we should. I think we need more answers. I think the colonel, general, what was his title?
Captain.
I think the captain may know something more than what he let Ludwig in on, and I think that, especially with Whisper in our company and how invaluable she seems to be to them, we can use that power as leverage.
Disagree.
Ooh.
I believe that we were sent to accomplish this mission, and while I have value to them, you, both of you, have not shown your value to them yet. And you coming back with this could be that for you. I believe the more positive we are in their standing, how they view us, the better for us in a utilitarian type of clan such as this.
My concern is what might happen. You made it both clear about the conversations that I had with Ludwig regarding the statue. I was trying to sway him away from it and hopefully that he will not say anything. But we do not know. He had seen it. He will have made his own mind up. My aim was to try and convince him that it would not be within his interests to do so. Perhaps before we reach the fort, I bury the alchemist's fire outside of the fort. if Ludwig decides to start talking and people feel this is something they do not want being talked about, they may turn to us. They may decide that we are expendable to keep this secret about the statue of Dragove. Secret.
Was Ludwig there when you got it? Like, did he see that we
He
had
saw the potion, but he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
if he doesn't know what it
I-
is, then we can just tell him that it was mundane, that it was nothing, that it was expired, some sort of alcohol or spirit of some kind.
I'm less worried about that. I am more worried about if he starts going back to camp and starts talking about the statue, that he might bring unwanted attention on us.
No, I agree with that. Yes.
You're trying to eat grass that isn't there. Why don't we give it a chance to grow first? I do not think he will be an issue. And if he is, it will be one man's thoughts that we do not have to associate ourselves with.
I do not
Well,
think it
there
will
is
matter.
the
If he speaks of it, then others will know that we have seen it. We were there with him. Whatever
It's
words.
merely an ancestor of Drakov, though, is it not?
I mean, we know that it is not. And there may be
I
people.
believe that the moment deception is discovered on our part, we will lose any footing we have here.
I agree. But
And I believe hiding something in the dirt outside this place, I feel there are eyes everywhere here.
I feel that it might be the only bargaining chip that we have in light of whatever Ludwig might decide to say. He might decide to speak the whole truth of what he has seen, and that might reflect badly upon us. As you have
He
said,
has seen as an ancestor of Drakov.
There is another matter, though. He's seen what I can do, and no one else has, and I'm not entirely sure that I want others knowing that just yet.
It seems the more we talk it, the potion is not the issue.
I've never been. Well, I do usually try for discretion, and sometimes the more direct approach is the correct approach. And Vanessa will break away and sort of just stiffen up, pump up her chest a bit, and she'll walk over to Ludwig.
Yeah.
I will walk over with.
He's leading the way, still, and sort of turns back. He's like, it's going to be a warm day.
Before we continue on, what do you intend to tell your superiors when we return back to the fort? What is your report?
As I discussed with Hazim, the undead that were inside, we dispatched them. We searched for supplies. We found nothing of use to the military.
And that is all you intend to say?
Anything else, I fear, would raise more questions for me that I don't have the answers to.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to use my inspiration as well.
Yeah.
I might as well, yes.
Let's fucking lock this mother down.
I'm going to make just a charisma check because I like to make a charisma check.
Oh.
Are you? No, that's why I used my inspiration. That's why I used it.
What did you get? Or did you get a 1?
He rolled
I
a
got a
91,
natural one.
but he didn't roll his charisma. He didn't roll with his inspiration.
Let's see if you have a roll then. Just
Yeah, I'm
because-
trying to do that. It's I have a +3 to wisdom. Like that's crazy. It's
As-
crazy.
As I'm kind of like at the side while Vanessa's talking, I'm kind of like watching his body language for stiffening up or just kind of like anything.
He seems, and everything he's talking about, you can tell this conversation, even though he can tell it's a serious conversation, it is not his focus at the moment. Everything is sort of half said or in glances as he's scanning tree lines and checking behind you all and occasionally stopping to check for shifts in the wind. He seems, yeah, he absolutely seems troubled by it. It's clearly been giving him some thought. He's spoken to you about the thought it's given him. He doesn't seem to be lying. The pause and the weight he's given his words seems to be more like he's trying to find the words to express his caution and his hesitation.
Saying without saying.
More than him trying to pick words to deceive you.
Okay.
I would say with a crit 21, you're confident, Hazim, that Ludwig intends to say fuck all about the statue.
I'll kind of like on the other side of Ludwig, catch eyes with Vanessa and just go. Just give her a little nod.
That's the signal.
Yeah, she'll nod back and her posture will relax a bit. Very good then. We're all on the same page. Let's leave things less complicated.
Of course. A high insight check, and he's going to wonder why everyone kind of stiffens up and surrounds him and asks if he's going to stay quiet. He's like, well,
I know, I'm casual. I'm casual with my glaive.
Yeah.
Glaive held to his neck.
Yeah, I haven't taken off my gloves yet.
Yeah. So,
How do you feel, Ludwig?
okay. You carry on for 3-4 hours. The sun's getting pretty high. Ludwig tells you you're just over halfway towards Fort Watton. You hear the cry of a beast ahead. It sounds pained and anguished. Absolutely, you recognise it as being an elk, Hazim.
It is an elk. That's it.
And Ludwig just drops to the floor and you see him draw his bow and look ahead. So it could just be... It could be a hunter from a fort. Unless it's unusual for the fallen to catch game. Unless it was already lame.
Does it matter
Just take out
for
a
us?
crossbow.
Sorry, both spoke.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't
Go on.
matter.
Anything?
Hazim, what are you saying?
I was just going to wait for Jack to go again so I could...
No, I said go
double
on,
back.
Hazim.
Yeah, I know you did.
He's been a dickhead. Go on, Hazim, say.
I look to Ludwig and say, it is an elk. Does it matter for us? We move on. If it is distraction, then it is a good one, yes? If it is a hunter, then poor choice to hunt when the day is so hot.
Very well, yes. We can get eyes on it. And Vanessa?
No, I was just gonna say I took out my crossbow just in case. But
Okay.
How far out from the fort are we?
Half a day.
Half a day, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna run back.
No, I was just wondering, like, if it's a hunter, why they're out so far.
Yeah, but you're about halfway back.
The good hunting. Everybody knows, Whisper, that all the best elk a day, half a day away from the fort.
Exactly half a day.
Danger
yeah.
elk. Danger elk. It makes the meat taste better.
Half danger elk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good danger elk.
Highway to the
So,
danger elk.
you find yourselves on the edge of a clearing, in the tree line. Peering in, you see that indeed a large elk is now on its side, but the smell of death that wafts over towards you is not that of a fresh kill. You see a horde of maybe 8, 9 figures, emaciated, heavily wounded, crouched over, just reaching in and tearing away at the creature. You also notice one figure not taking part in the feast, who just stands some 15 foot away and is just turning its head, slowly panning around, casting an eye across the tree line. Maybe
stealth checks?
maybe a perception check, everybody.
Do we need to make stealth checks?
You do, but also maybe a perception check, everybody.
Okay, I've got perception first.
Vanessa and Whisper, you both notice that this figure looking around seems to be wearing almost like a messenger bag type bag that clearly looks damaged and almost looks like, just from the lines you can see, that it appears to be made of stitched flesh. And it just stops and casts an eye across the group. And then as you're waiting, it sort of just turns to the group for a moment. Riarskannar. And although you don't know the words, it was unmistakably something that was spoken with intent, as opposed to just the guttural noises you've heard already.
I look at Ludwig straight away, like
He's just his brow is furrowed. You see, he's not fully knocked, but he's got an arrow in hand, and you can see it's immediately clear from his face this is not something he is familiar with.
I put my hand up just to keep him from shooting. Ludwig, I thought these things were mindless. They don't speak.
They are. But that
spoke.
But that it did. It fucking did. I don't. It did speak, yes. And almost at that moment, for one with summer again, and it's like one or two of the ones at a feast and lift their head, not towards you, towards it for a moment, and just give less coherent responses before returning to the feast.
I look at Ludwig and I will quietly say, DM, so quietly, this could be more interesting than anything at the temple. I say we kill all the others and maim the other one. Maim the speaker. Interesting, at least for Mothensi, yes?
Yes. Shit, yes, it's a good point. I don't know what the doctor would do with this, but it definitely spoke.
Yeah,
Not to mention it has something, that bag. That bag is not... If I had to guess, it's something that maybe they made. But mindless creatures don't make full-on fashion. They're capable of minor crafts, home building, nesting.
As it turns a little and the sun gets a little bit higher, there's just sort of a twist of a movement it gives where you can see on one of the stitched panels there is definitely the outline of what looks to have been a face that has been stitched into this. Obviously, difficult to see without any bone structure underneath, like eye sockets and the nose. It's all very, very
they just
sad. But
went full Ed Gein on this. Cool.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worth taking back to Arena and the captain.
And what kill the rest and to take this one's limbs and gag it?
The limbs, yes. Keep it from going and moving and trying to hit us. And yes, I think you're right. Let's gag as well. Keep it from biting.
Talking. Could be able to cast spells for all we know.
And although again he doesn't knock, he moves the arrow into a more favourable position for a quick draw, and he's like, "You tell me when, and we will."
Everybody.
Is your intent to attack?
How far away are we?
You are about 40 foot from them currently.
Are we at the edge of the clearing, did you say?
Do you know what? It'd be really difficult to explain, so why don't I just show you?
Yeah,
Sure.
show us. Show it off.
Sure. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, that's a nice map. Who's made that?
Who made that? Moonlight Maps. I'm guessing he's gone for either another bottle of wine or another wee. So in the meantime, Whisper and Vanessa, what are you doing as you see this feast taking place?
If it looks like we're going to engage, I am going to bring out my girl.
Okay, what is the duration on your girl?
A minute.
A
so
minute.
I will only do this once they say, yeah, let's go.
Here's an idea, though. How close is the talking bag wearing zombie to the others?
It is the one that I've put standing about.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
10
yeah.
foot
Oh,
south.
the map is loaded for me.
Yeah.
Yes. No, thank you. Fudgicles. So he's the
And you
one
can
to
just,
the south.
and you can obviously hear just the sounds of tear and flesh and just.
So I have an idea. Perhaps we can. I don't know. Perhaps we can
The wind.
at least maybe save
The
ourselves a
wind
bit of
is
time.
picking up. The wind.
All of a sudden, interesting.
Your idea.
I'm presuming it's this dude here that's slightly isolated.
Yes.
Is the one on his own. Okay.
You know, I was just having Vanessa say, there is something that I could do. I don't know if it'd be useful in this, but it might help us in getting that zombie away from the others.
Okay.
I can create a sphere of darkness around most of them. It would disorient them, and they would be able to come out of it, but at least it might give us some time. I don't know if it would be of any use in this situation, though.
A sphere
Not
of-
sure. The way Ludwig speaks, it seems they operate as much on being able to sense things than necessarily being able to see them.
What do you mean
Darkness
by a
might-
sphere of darkness? Like a marble, but larger.
Something like that.
Cloud.
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 yes.
Like a thick fog.
Oh, they hunt at night. We have tried to burn them before, and they still find their way through the smoke of a battlefield. I fear that many of them do not even still have eyes.
What of this? If I move and I point over there. There we go. If I move over there, look like somebody wandering out of the woods. Enough to grab their attention. The three of you try and take down the other as quickly as possible. then it is a case of mopping up. I can outrun and outfight the horde here. But they move slow. That one we do not know. That one we do not know how strong he is.
Why send yourself when we have someone who can make another one of themselves? And Vanessa looks at Whisper.
Because they do not see, they sense. They may not be quite so easily distracted.
There's another gentle gust of wind that rattles the treetops for a moment.
Is this blowing from behind us towards them still?
Ludwig has mentioned you are traveling with the wind.
I mean, I will just quickly say, I think we should at least try my trick before endangering you.
I agree.
Let us try your trick. We move quickly on the messenger.
So you've cast Halessi over at that north crop of bushes. What are you having to do?
I'm having her emerge out of the bushes.
The one stood aside, just.
As if she is running from something. And I am going to have her move.
Yeah, and there is a screech and a cry from a couple of them, and I'm going to put everybody into initiative.
Why is there no grid on this map here? What's going on?
Yeah, there is.
Is there? Oh wow, that's real faint. Who the fuck set this map up?
You.
Unbelievable. Disgusting.
Only one that prefers the look of no grid.
I like super faint grids.
I like to know how many squares away I am.
Always the measuring tool.
Yeah, it's it's okay. It's okay. What the fuck?
Oh, come on.
Oh wow, this was like dog shit rolls all around.
It just
we
sat there and
rolled, like,
teetered
complete
on
dog shit.
19 for a second and then went over to the 1. And it was like, really? Come on.
So, top of the
That's
round.
a lot of zombies.
Yeah, looking up, seeing Halessi start to pass by.
Do we not get a bit of a surprise round? Like, does she not get like another round of movement?
She's been running past,
Yeah,
and they've
I had
all
her
seen
to-
her. They're just reacting against
Yeah.
seeing her. None of them know that you were there, though. So none of them are moving towards you this round, which is effectively a surprise.
Just not mechanically surprised.
Yeah. Oh, my grid ruler has stopped. Going to shamble around.
Half movement, stand up from pro. What?
Not prone.
Not this bullshit. So I just stood up having a casual conversation. Oh, well.
Crouch. If you want to set a precedent that being knelt or crouching to do something requires prone to get up, we can absolutely establish that for the campaign.
I can just all casually. Alright. It's fine.
Okay. Ludwig is up first.
Lawrence.
Ludwig Lorentzen. He is going to draw his bow and then just look to you and be like, no.
No.
And he will move to get a clear line of sight. And he's going to fire at the... Oh, his hand crossbow has left him. Let me just add that back into him. How is music volume for everybody?
Yeah.
Music is good. You might want to zoom out though for the stream on the map.
Really? Zoom out.
We can only see people can only see us. Can't see the zombies.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Crossbow bolts. There we go. Crossbow bolts, of which he has that many. And that has loaded that. Excellent. Okay, so he is going to take aim at the zomboid and is going to fire his hand crossbow at it. And it hits. Bolt sinks in. And just... no more. And a few of the zombies on the floor turn their heads over in your directions now. Oh, why can't I move that zombie? That's weird. That one is going to go and continue trying to attack. So, Whisper, you move Glessie on your turn, don't you? Remind me what happens to Glessie in terms of AC?
You know what? I feel like I'm not entirely sure.
Is it not an illusion in that if it hits, it
It's-
just passes through? It's like, oh, it was an illusion.
Yeah, I think it just passes through, and like I have to drop it.
Does it dispel? Okay, right. That's how. Does it say in the spell description that it shares your AC before I make this attack? Doesn't say.
Doesn't say it shares
What is-
my AC.
What is your? I'm gonna put it as. What is your AC?
17.
Oh, hold on. Or isn't it the
Here, I'll
whole?
post it in there again.
Yeah, please do. Let's have a look. Quick read. Oh, okay. So it hits, and it looks like its claws go through. So I will now have
Yeah.
it. I will now have it make, which is quite funny, as it is a zombie. Okay. It seems confused. Next up, Hazim, it's you. Vanessa, you're next.
Okay. 25 feet. So I did measure it out. So it'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm using canine agility to move double my movement. And I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Within 10 feet of your boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I come kind of flying past these and just got my glaive at the ready as I come running over.
$22 hits. Yeah.
Crunch you, don't you? Then with my bonus action, hardly misses, and then I'm going to go with action surge and take another attack on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let's see that crit. Nice, yeah, a heavy blow goes right across it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kind of like running a bit of a helicopter crunch, but the pommel just misses and it's just like a double blade across his body.
Hazim, as you... Oh, I just opened your character sheet. More than one suit of armor.
Yeah,
equipped.
it's not
AC.
done anything. It's still got the right AC. I don't know what it's.
I think it's assuming that
Shiftweave?
Shiftweave is armor. Yeah. That's fine. Let's have a look. Yeah. You, from stood there, you hear moans coming from a tree line to the south of you. The moans of the undead. Vanessa, you're up. Whisper, you're next.
I will shout. There's more to the south.
Okay.
Gee willikers. Well, first I'm gonna move.
How does this dude look, by the way, after my double?
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
So I'll go ahead and move here. And you said that there's stuff coming from the south, right?
Hazim has had cries in the south, yes.
Did they sound like zombie cries?
Oh,
Or did they
absolutely.
sound
100%.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Fudgicles.
What's it going to be? Whisper, you're next.
Do all of the zombies by the elk look like it's focused on the duplicate?
No. These three were still feeding until Hazim just called out, and then their heads drifted up.
I mean, this might be stupid, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Seeing that those zombies perked up when Hazim called out, Vanessa will just whip her head towards them, and she's going to cast darkness on the elk corpse.
Okay.
So...
So when you cast it, she's asked to place a measured template, and then you can just click on the elk. Okay, a cloud jumps up and surrounds the corpse of the elk. What's the range on that?
15 radius, so...
60 feet cast range, is it, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. Yeah, that springs up around it. What else from you?
Shit, I really should not have moved in front of Ludwig to do this, so... yeah, Ludwig, get in front of me. Protect me. And that's my turn.
How much did you move? How many spaces did you move?
I moved my full 30.
Oh, did you? Oh, shit.
Whisper, you're up.
Okay, so I am going to activate my ring, casting Druid Craft from it. Oh, I don't know how to post that in the thing, but
That's all right.
I would like to basically have Hlessi start smelling of blood and fresh uncooked meat. A very strong scent of it.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I am just going to move her to like right here.
Okay. Good. Any movement from you?
From me, I am going to move north.
Do so then. Okay, good stuff.
It will let me.
Yeah, you just moved on my screen.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Next up, it is zombie. Which zombie is it? I can't tell.
For the record, DM, I am still crouched low and have not gotten out of stealth mode.
Make me a stealth check as you move on.
As I move? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's a zombie. Okay, yeah, that zombie absolutely will follow its... okay. You feel like you've probably been unseen. This zombie will follow its sense of smell and is going to attack the blood-soaked, stinking Hlessi. A nat 20. Its claws go straight across the neckline of Hlessi, pass straight through, and you see as it goes through again, it's just, and sort of like looks slowly towards arguably the leader and sees it fixated on this other figure, and it is going to, with its nat 20, no, that is going to just begin to shamble over in the direction instead of the thing that maybe it can attack. Meanwhile, that one, definitely being so close to Hlessi, will also follow that smell and will attack. Hits. Again, passes through. Doesn't seem to be sure what to make of it. Let's have a look. Oh, Hazim, you have just been given +2 to your next check or save by Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. The standout zombie is going to take a look at you, Hazim, and go, and it will step up and into the darkness.
Oh, sneaky! Fuck, I've got it tagged so I can still see where it is. I'm gonna untag it though, because I'm not a dick. Untag it. No, it's fine. I could untag it while it was in the thing. Oh, is it coming back out?
It's a different one.
No, it's a different one.
This one has this one has entered your space. Your reach if you're going to do your thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my thing.
Ooh, that's a hit. Okay, yeah, it hits. 5, 10, yeah, it can take one more. And it is going to attack you.
Are these moving faster than normal? They've got normal speed.
This one has seemed just a normal sort of shamble.
So not half movement.
No.
Okay, cool.
When half movement? Never half movement.
Oh, I thought the shambling ones had half movement.
No.
Have they just got?
Well, shambling is just a narrative way that they never walk along like. Those come later. 19 hits.
Does.
And it just gets its claws across your shoulder. Top of the round from the tree line below. Oh, the same picture. Very annoying. Not that one, that's the boss. There we go. Another 3 come in and are added.
This isn't good.
So, top of the round, we have Zombie. It too is going to try and go for Hlessi. A 19 definitely hits. Again, lunges forward, teeth sink down on the shoulder. Seems to find it strange, but it gets no purchase. And it too will begin to stagger away instead. It's Lawrence. Yes, he steps forward in front of the nest and sort of looks back at her, and he is going to drop his crossbow. And he's going to step up with a spear. Drives, wedges the spear into the stomach, wrenches it back. From the tree line, just reaching through the bushes and brambles, just difficult terrain as we emerge from the tree line. It's going to make an attack at you. You are not at full HP, are you, Hazim?
No.
This one just comes staggering out, still viscera all over its face. This one is going to make one attack of its claw advantageously. And it's going to lunge forward and bite advantageously. 21. Any reaction you can do on that?
Nope.
You are way above your health, your half health though. Yeah, bites for 5. Oh, what was that? Oh, we've done that already. Let's have a look.
It prompted Constitution.
Yeah, that's fine. You were good. Next up is the one that is engaged with Lawrence, Ludwig Lawrenson. He is at full health, so it's just going to lash out with a bite, which looks like it hits. Just pushes down on him and drives him back towards those trees almost, and then it's going to claw. Seems to be emboldened by the blood that's been spilled. Does so advantageously, also hitting. Ludwig looks bad the nest. You just see him take a claw and a bite that sort of drives him almost to the floor, and when he pushes it off, you see just blood is freely gushing out of a huge wound on his forearm, and just heavy spatters going down to the grass every couple of seconds. The zombie moves in on Ludwig. This one not have an advantage. And miss him. probably for the best. You can tell, you see Vanessa, it's coming up almost behind him, and it looks like he's just not going to notice as it puts its mouth on his neck, but he just manages to catch over his shoulder and drives an elbow into it. Hazim, you're coming up in a second. Hazim, it's you. Vanessa, you're next. There are many zomboys.
Yeah, as Azim sees the other one run, like this black void mass just appears like nearby. And I'm looking around, clearly knows that this is not the size of a marble, this is what Vanessa was talking about, and sees the other one move, the main messenger move into it. As he's kind of like fighting off these others that are attacking him, I will call out to Vanessa. We need to kill the messenger! This is a waste of time! We cannot fight them all! And I am going to use... I'm going to use one of my maneuvers. I'm going to use evasive footwork. When you move, you can expend one superiority dice. Rolling the die, you add that number to your AC. Is that thing still alive? Holy shit.
You hear a distant cry of a horse after you shout out.
That was a horse? Okay, so not the dog. Okay. So this adds to my AC. This, okay, 22 my AC is at.
What, until your next turn, is it?
Until I stop moving, basically. I am going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, oh, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to attack this dude. My action. 1 second. I'm going to take off my superiority now so I don't forget. Glaive.
Hits.
And then I'm going to pommel it as well, my bonus action.
Okay.
It's not dropped, has it? It's not dropped.
No. It takes the blow quite well, and you could see it was a good blow also. You've identified by now some of these zombies are a bit more hardy, a bit more aggressive, faster than others. This seems to be one that can take a couple of punches.
Okay.
Also hits.
So 15 damage on that one.
Yeah.
And I go 1, 2, 3. Are these two taking attack of opportunity on me?
Yes, sorry, if I would have. Yeah, so so 22 is your AC now, is it?
Yeah. Do you want me to increase it for these attacks?
Misclick. Do you want to what, sorry?
Do you want me to increase it to 22 for these attacks?
No, I'll just have a look. If it says less than 22, it doesn't hit.
Alright.
So I shouldn't have rolled 2 there, so attack opportunity, silly me. And the other one does not have that, so attacks normally. Ooh, 21. No, you avoid both. So you get your still
So as I'm attacking this one, I'm gonna run past it as well.
Yeah, it absolutely takes the bait. Ooh, 22, it hits that one.
Yeah, take it. Okay, so that's 1. Oh, 1 second, let me count the grades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my movement.
Okay. Anything else from you?
That's me for now.
Okay, Vanessa, to you. Whisper, you're next.
Fuck me running. Okay. Scheisse. I mean, all the zombies come out of the darkness pool, right?
If you don't know, you don't know.
Son of a bitch. I mean, it's useless right now anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. If I can. I don't know if I can. It's not letting me.
I was really trying to wish quickly if I had like a dragon ready to drop in there. Yeah, I can delete the... So you're dropping the spell?
Yeah.
It just dissipates out.
Good.
Is that just a free action for you to dismiss it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you stop concentrating. Yeah. Okay, go on.
And then seeing him revealed now, I'm going to take some of that shadow, pull it together, and if I can, let's see if I can handle this right.
Whisper, be thinking about what you're going to do in a second.
I think I can, yes. Okay, so seeing that, I'll move back over here. And I think I can do this. I should be able to do this. Yes, I should do this. So I'm going to go ahead and cast my beautiful Caustic Brew. Let my shadow just kind of slip out and attack them.
So for the new viewers at TPK, tell us what your Caustic Brew looks like, Vanessa.
I am, yeah. So basically, when she moves over, her shadow just becomes kind of crawls across the ground, and this line of darkness goes underneath both the first zombie as well as the big one on top of the elk, and then essentially you just hear this sizzling as this acidic effect starts to take place.
Okay.
And I'm going to use. So how bad does the head honcho look?
It looked pretty wounded. It was carved up pretty badly by Hazim opening round. You see just not that it stops it, but you just see curtains of pale, clearly long rotten entrails just hanging down out of it now, and feet occasionally catching on them and ripping a segment off. It's just it is highly eviscerated. But it's also undead.
But I'll try and just shout something.
Yeah, speech is free.
Don't kill it! We need it alive!
Scheisse. I don't. This template is weird. I don't know how I can turn it. Can I turn it?
You should be able to turn it with
Control,
control and scroll wheel over the icon should turn it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to move up close,
good.
but I will. I still got movement. So yes, I will do it from there.
Cool. Click damage, and it'll force a roll.
And they need to make dex saves. So that's 5 points of acid, and at the start of their turn, they'll take 2d4 points of acid.
Yeah. Both of them look to be hit. They get hit quite badly. The head honcho definitely seems in a bad way, and is sort of stood in the midst of this elk now that is also sizzling and beginning to bubble around it.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is that if I can basically just dissolve the legs of the head honcho, it'll fall forward and then hopefully dissolve its arms, and then I can get it out. But
Seems to be a reach. We'll see what happens with the damage. Anything else from Vanessa?
No, that's it.
Whisper, you're up. Zombie 7 through 32, you're next.
Yeah, still speaking of blood and fresh meat, I'm gonna have my girl just run down this way, trying to draw those guys, and then meanwhile I am going to cast Bane on those 3.
Look, 2 fail.
Okay.
One of them succeeds.
Which one succeeds?
The succeeding one is. Why won't you show me who was targeted?
Not the boss.
Can I see who was targeted? Sorry. The succeeding one was. There's not a way to identify which one it was.
It says in the little picture, but yeah, I guess.
It's the 2 that ironically have the same token. I will let you choose which one of these 2 here have with Bane.
I don't know, but who knows?
Okay, top one then.
Okay. Okay, and then that's I'm gonna move a little further up into the tree line here. And that's it from me.
Okay.
Why do Vanessa and Whisper have these little head icons?
We're concentrating.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Next up then, zombie will... I cannot target zombie now. What is happening? It's happening again with the inability...
That was the one that critted and didn't believe the thingy, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think that was the one that critted the illusion.
Oh. Okay. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that will absolutely see Halessia in the woods next to it, and it will make a claw attack, which goes wide, and a bite attack, which goes wide. Next up, the Baned Leader. What is the roll that it needs to make? A dex saving throw.
No, it doesn't make a dex save. It's already covered.
Bane
So.
down 10 until the end.
Okay, so what's the damage it needs to?
Minus D4 on whatever it does.
So it takes 7 points of death damage.
Oh, yeah.
That overkills. That takes it beyond 0. It falls. Its legs just give. It falls face first into the acid. You have 1 round to get this body out. It is dead in terms of it's not contributing in combat. There is one. I'm going to leave it on 1 HP just so it can disappear. There is a round. You all see this just legs go face down, sizzling. 1 round to get it out.
I would say that seeing this, Vanessa would yell out, "Get him out of there!"
Okay, that's his turn. This one will... Again, I can't drag things, even though I've fixed that troublesome module. Very strange. I will attack it, and we'll see what happens there. A 5. It misses. This will also use its mob behavior bonus action to encourage its friend to take another attack. And again, on a nat 20, it wounds it so grievously that one now realises something is amiss here.
Can I put an icon on like alert or something?
Yeah.
I think it was that one and this dude here. Empowered. You use my magic against me.
Empowered with knowledge. This one smells fresher blood. This boy here. What roll damage for this being in the acid, please, Jacques?
I rolled the wrong d4, but it's 2.
2. Okay, it takes 2 points of.
No, it's supposed to be 2d4. That's why.
Oh,
yeah. I rolled someone else's thing.
So you roll. Yeah, there we go.
This one takes 5.
Okay, I add another 3 to it, and then it is going to step out and attack you, Vanessa.
Touch me.
Hazim has used his reaction, has he not?
No.
Then, if you wish to, you can make an attack opportunity.
How damaged does it look?
About halfway there, living on a prayer.
No, I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. It is going to
Well,
reach
actually,
up.
can I tell whether I've got this dude by attacking him when I ran past and him attacking me? Have I got his attention?
He definitely swung at you, but then you have a meal that then went away. There's Ludwig is.
But it doesn't look like he's gonna come for me.
No, because Ludwig is looking on death's door and is bleeding heavily. Ludwig is the easier meal.
Okay, then yeah, I will attack it then.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack. $17 hits. 21 hits. Were you targeting it? It didn't look like it came. Yeah.
I wasn't. Sorry, it was the.
Okay, I'll mark that health off it. And then yeah, it's going to make its attack against Vanessa. 13 hits, unless there's a reaction you've got, Vanessa.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out my shield. Over.
Click on shield, cast away.
So my AC is now 16.
Okay. Strangely, it didn't do the little spell effect. Oh, you went target yourself, that's right. Okay, cool. So yeah, it just bounces off. Next up, Lawrence, surrounded, looks behind him, sees that Vanessa is no longer behind him. He is going to take the
withdraw.
Yeah, he's a disengage.
Disengage that shit, yo.
And then moves.
Nope.
He's not moving.
You keep doing this. You don't get an extra bunch of movement from it. You just do it without incurring attacks of opportunity.
But I thought, okay.
Every 4 or 5 months in Curse of Strike, like, to roll 20! I'm going to verify this. I think sometimes because Halvor had dash, he had all the combination of all of it. Next up is Zombie, who was not empowered. And it is going to get on Halessi. That one, it thinks it's got it. It thinks it's got her on the ropes. It's going for it again. Oh, she's got this one. Oh, buddy, getting Hazine. More zombies. This zombie is going to continue to pursue our boy. It is empowered by his blood spilling, and it's going to lash out in a frenzy. It misses, and then it's going to lunge forward with a bite, just trying to body him to the floor, and it hits. Ludwig goes down. The zombie just on top of him, clawing away. Next up. A zombie follows. Are there some hidden walls here? No, just weirdly, occasionally it just decides, no, you can't stand there. That is going to attack him as well. Trying to join in the feast.
You're just tying up a loose end, that's all.
Okay.
Well, it's an auto crit, right? Because he's down.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is the start of a turn for this one. That is the... Remind me, that is the Baned one.
Is that the Bane one? Or yeah, that's the Bane.
Yeah. It is going to make an attack roll, minus 1d4. Vanessa, are you at full health?
I am.
Okay.
My shield is down, right?
Yeah, no, not till it gets to you. So your AC is still, what, 16?
Yes.
So first attack. Halessi? Who the fuck is Halessi? There you go. And then it will claw, minus 1d4. Ooh, that's very nearly 19. Badly misses. Hazim, it is you.
Okay, let's do this on the floor. Over here. The messenger dude.
Yeah.
He looks like he's not wearing anything, is he? He looks like an emaciated zombie.
Yes.
I judge how much do I reckon he weighs.
As much as a very, very skinny person weighs, depending on the weight of whatever's in his bag.
Less than 6 stone.
Not less than 6 stone. The bones alone are probably
just-
6 stone. Wait, why 6 stone? Where's that number come from?
Because that's my carrying capacity. That's how much weight I can carry.
That seems very low. That seems
For a
crazy low.
For a skeleton? What, like 80
No,
pounds?
your limit being 6 stone seems
No.
insane.
I'm already carrying 140. I can carry
Right.
80
I don't
before
think that would matter. If you're talking about dragging it out, I don't think that matters.
No, I
for
want
drag.
to carry him. Dragging
Yeah,
is at half
dragging-
speed.
yeah.
I want to carry the motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, you could carry
Oh,
it.
and he's lost his arms and legs as well.
you could carry it home. Yeah. So I thought you were saying your character's lifting capacity was 6 stone.
No,
Like,
no,
the
no.
fuck?
No, I'm swole. So are we saying that I could lift him without it impeding my movement?
Yeah, like covered in acid, like, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can remove that. Sort of. Okay, so bonus action, I'm going to second wind. So I'm going to take that off. which is, I don't remember, it's a D8. 1d10 plus my fighter level. 1 second. 1d10 plus 3. Come on, the big rolls.
You recover 4 HP. What else from Sadness Eve?
Fucking bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a superiority dice to move again. Fucking bullshit.
More evasive footwork.
More evasive footwork, yeah. So that's a D8 to my AC. Just to get it past this guy, because I can't really afford to get hit now. Come on. Okay, cool. So he has to hit past the 25, which I don't think he can do without a crit.
Let's
anyway.
have a look. He's gonna try. Let's see. He does not have advantage this one. Nat 1. Swing and a miss.
Okay, so that's then my movement and my action. I drag this dude out of the acid.
Not your full movement to get to him, is it?
Yeah.
So do you have any movement left to drag him up to pull him up the acid with? Do you mean?
No, I'm just grabbing him and moving him. I'm just like action to pick him up.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Is your interaction? Yeah. It's not an action for you to pop your. So you've done a second win. You've done a maneuver. Your maneuvers are 3, aren't they? And then you just move. You can at least get him to start with, like to there. So yeah, you can absolutely get him out the acid.
Right. I just need to get him out of the acid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick him up on off my shoulder.
Okay.
The action. I've now got him. No arms. He's unconscious. Yeah. With 0 hit point in him. He's not gonna be like biting away at the neck and shit.
No. I only put him as 1. So, oh, right. My confusion is that second win's a bonus action. I thought second win was the action. Yeah, I only kept it on 1 HP just so it didn't accidentally clear off. It is.
I mean, well,
It's undead actually. Let's see what undead.
Well, I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna.
Well, can we say that? Can we say that since he had died but did not die, maybe his jaw just got melted off by the shadow?
We get no answers out of him then. Get no answers.
That way he doesn't bite.
He's bit his tongue off.
Right. He's lost his legs at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but the legs are gone.
But he's still alive.
Yes.
I'm gonna pick him up, kind of like giving him a bit of a shake off.
Wipe him on the grass.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put him on my back so he's kind of like face upwards. So I'm kind of like trying to position him away. So I will take if he's gonna, I don't know, if he's gonna try and bite me, presumably with disadvantage or something. If he's still alive.
I don't. He's alive, but I don't see how he can bite you.
But he's got his arms though, right? He can still claw at me.
Yeah, we'll see when it's his turn.
Sure.
But yeah, you've got him.
Okay, cool. Then
And
that's me. He's on me. He's on me now.
Vanessa, it's you.
Is it worth it to try and like just push this guy back into the acid, or push this one into the acid? I don't know.
Which one? Oh yeah.
This one over here.
He must. That one below you must be nearly dead.
The one below me is already covered in shadow acid, so it's fine. I'm talking about the one that's above me.
Already poisoned.
That's Bane.
Bane. Yeah,
Oh, is
you know
Bane?
what? Fuck it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like he'd been acided. It looked like poison thing. Okay.
And the two that are eating Lawrence are fine. They're not really damaged, are they?
One's quite damaged.
Yeah, because I kicked the fuck out of one of them.
Yeah,
Which one is the one on the left or one on the right?
I'll tell you now. The one on the left is heavily damaged. The one on the right is slightly damaged.
Okay. You know what? Fuck Lawrence. He's dead.
Roy can.
I don't know if it'd be a contested check, but I would like to try and take this zombie and just basically push him into the passive.
Which one? I didn't see which one you're targeting.
The one that's to the north of me.
Okay. So what, are you just grabbing onto it and trying to pull it round, or are you moving around it to try and drive it in?
I mean, it's right next to me, so I would just take it and just try to shove it in.
Okay, yeah, we'll do opposed. Dex is baned. it rolls. It got a nat 20 minus 2. It got a 19.
What do I roll?
You got a. Oh, you haven't rolled yours yet.
I didn't roll. Yeah, what do I roll?
Athletics.
Just strength or athletics? Athletics.
Yeah, contested athletics.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, it got a nat 20, which doesn't matter with skill checks, but down to a 19. Oh no, you fail.
You almost
Fail to move it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's also 20. You fail to move it with your action. What else from you?
Logicals. Yeah, I don't have shit with bonus action, so.
Okay, and your AC returns to 11 now.
Yeah, it's at 11 right now.
Okay.
I want to stay put. Fuck
Okay,
it.
Whisper, you're up. You see Ludwig down, a pair of zombies on top of him. You see Vanessa surrounded. You see Hazim wiping off his trophy. And you have just been given +2 to the check or save by Sarah, Whisper. Whatever you're going to do. Also, you're muted.
Come here again.
What did you say? I'm not going to come here again.
No, Sarah can come again.
Oh. You've healing worded Hazim.
For Zim, and then I am going to this guy. Can I undo him and then do that guy? I will Sacred Flame this guy right in front of Vanessa.
He succeeds.
Oh.
Your first
Right.
failed Sacred Flame, I feel like. Ah.
It's either my first or second, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Anything else?
that's it for me.
Okay. This.
I must have missed the description. Is Lawrence down? You get 0 HP.
Yeah, I described it a couple of times. He's down with them on top of him, still
He's
wailing
down
into him.
and like they're
He's
piled on him.
he's down and has been attacked and bitten whilst already down and
I
out.
think I care more about myself, so yeah, I was like, trying to work out what I was doing. Okay.
I mean, I was gonna throw some magic missiles at them, but I mean, at this point, he's just gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Have you? Your reaction has been spent? Has it not, Azim?
Oh, I mean, realistically, this is a two-handed weapon, and I'm now holding
Okay.
someone, so I don't think I'm attacking.
Okay. The empowered, awakened one comes in and swings out at you. Gets a nat 20. Critically hits Hazim.
Jesus.
Is there a reaction you can use?
No, my face was like this.
Hits you for 9 damage.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Its bonus mob behaviour would be a bit bullshit for it to inspire the one on your back. So I'm saying nothing there. This one is going to make its attack against Halessi. Get to 17. It hits. Can it suss out that something isn't right? Absolutely not. It's still down there, wailing away. This one is awakened. It cannot get over all the way. Next up is the one on your back. I'm going to make it roll disadvantage -5 to see if backwards strapped to you it's able to get a claw around. -5 disadvantage.
Just swearing at me.
Yeah. What? Oh, it still misses. Still misses, but Jewel. That was crazy. A 3, it misses. Bottom of a round, or top of a round rather. Again. You hear closer.
Not getting close enough. This is no Persophiles. It's there in one round when you hear fucking that noise.
Well, yeah, because it literally
Fireball!
literally teleported in from the ethereal plane. You hear the thundering of hooves. And a single figure helmed amongst a warhorse, armoured warhorse, comes charging in.
Just skewers Whisper.
And then just leaves.
For some reason, I am not able to target.
Why is it so big? I guess it's because of the horse.
Because of the horse.
And he's fucking swole.
Something unusual is taking
He wields a great sword one-handed.
I bet he does.
Oh, yeah.
You
Not
laugh,
two-handed though.
but...
Does he wield a great
swing.
sword one-handed?
Leslie. What's wrong with
Why
Leslie?
is he attacking my girl?
No idea why Leslie's targeted.
He thought it was you. You refuse the black rabbits, goons!
Cuts through. How far is that? Yep. And he's going to attack the other one. Hits.
Damn. Dude is jacked.
And then the horse sort of turns for a moment, and you see Whisper, the helmed figure, just sort of look on you. That's all. And as it rears up, you hear a deep, thundering voice from inside the helmet that carries over across the clearing. Just,
Make good escape whilst you can! I will hold them!
Sound like anyone?
make me a perception check.
Can I make one as well since I'm right next to him?
No.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Me. Just me.
Just me.
I'm the only one
This
that
is
heard it.
Hazim's time now.
You're stepping on my player agency.
Neither of you recognise the voice from within this helmet. Yeah. Just share it again.
Fine.
Yeah. So you can see.
Fine.
Does he actually sound like that when he falls out?
No, it's a bit more impressive than that. Put the voice mod on.
Okay.
Why?
Because he sounded like General Kale from Willow. I have the child.
That's who it is. We're doing a crossover.
That's what it sounded.
We're putting
It's
Willow into the Demiplanes. This
Okay.
thing is the magic wand.
And pausing there, that is where we will hold off for today.
Oh, don't let me forget that for my turn, I'm jumping over this acid. So if they follow me, they're gonna walk through acid.
Hold on. Well, I'll do what I used to do for Haldor
Do the notes.
sometimes.
Do the notes.
Hazim popping acid. There we go. That's there. A reminder for next week. Yeah, good. Let's return to the homepage. I have had a reminder I saw through chat earlier that the overlay has the map above the overlay, which has upset a member of the TPK staff community and must be remedied.
The overlays are what?
Oh boy. The overlay, I have to reset the
No,
overlay
don't.
today.
You said you weren't gonna, and then you started to. So don't. Don't bore me.
This is two bottles Barty is back with a fursuit on. We've all seen the
Not seen
evidence.
nothing yet.
No, we
Wait
really
till
haven't.
We're going to play Fortnite in a minute.
Right, that is the conclusion of our first TPK episode of Fragments. I was Harrison, your DM. My sign-off is much more simple now. I'm not saying over here, over there, over here. You can catch me here every Tuesday doing Fragments. You can catch me every other Tuesday, every other Saturday, doing Dark Echoes at Lucas Table. And you can catch me one Tuesday a month doing Harper's Variants. We are here next week. Then we have 2 weeks off because I'm off traveling for a bit. And then after that, we will be here every single Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday. In the meantime, we'll go around the overlay and just say who you were, who you played, and where we can find you throughout the week. We'll start with Jack.
God, it's so difficult.
Just so much to say about myself.
Yeah. Jack, Vanessa, I played her sort of. Next time I'm going to be a barbarian. The spells just burned my brain out. Yes, I was Jack. I was playing Vanessa. You can't find me anywhere. That's all.
Until next week. You can always multi-class. Very
You know what?
strange.
That's with the -1 currently. I think we're really onto something.
Okay. And we'll head down to Mad.
Me, as I put my Alice band in. Hi there, everyone. I'm going to take it back out for a second. Hi, everyone. I'm Alex, otherwise known as the Mad Cartographer, which is my Patreon. If you liked the maps that you saw in this session, then you can go and check them all out at www.patreon.com/themadcartographer, because I make all the maps. I make so many maps every month. With my co-creator Stefan, we are currently using Foundry VTT. If you've not used Foundry VTT, if you use another VTT, but if you do use Foundry VTT, then come and get our maps. The cave thing that Whisper went through was actually this month's modular caverns thing, so you can kind of make your own maps and rotate tiles around, and it keeps all the walling. Anyway, I'm not going to go too deep, but yeah, go and check out patreon.com/themadcartographer for loads of cool stuff. And we're changing all our stuff around next month to make it more Foundry inclusive, where you get all Foundry back catalog. Aside from that, if you really like 5e, you should check out cruciblemag.com/Kickstarter, where we still have some late pledge options available for our 5e monthly magazine. If you want some adventures and magic items and a comic and interviews and just like great stuff, then check out cruciblemag.com/Kickstarter. That's cruciblemag.com/Kickstarter to go and check it out.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mad. And if
One
you
more
want to see
time,
more on that,
cruciblemag.com/Kickstarter.
okay. And Luca, before we get to you, if you wanted to find that magazine, Mad, where? No. Okay. And Luca.
Hi, I'm Luca Lack. I played Whisper. And you can find me nowhere for the next 3 days, but come Saturday, I am running Dark Echoes, our Curse of Strahd campaign, and then later that afternoon, I am doing Murder and Coffee, my GM talk show that I host with Sarah X Franco. Oh, Sarah X Franco. And we will have on Tony +1, and we're talking about team brewing and tables made up of humans. And if you want further explanation of what exactly that means, you'll have to come watch. And then I am going to be over on Harrison's channel on Sunday, going through a spooky house, doing whatever that is
House of
called.
Lament.
House of Lament.
House
Still.
of Lament.
House of Lament by the Mad
Sorry.
Cartographer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where can you find the Mad Cartographer?
I don't know who that is. And then I'm back
social
here
media you do next
Tuesday. Fragments. And that's me.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for the first time being here. Looking forward to seeing you here next week. And until then, Quippy signing offline.